Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bella Vista High School for tonight's non-league basketball contest between the McClatchy Lions and the Bella Vista Broncos. The Lions coming into this game at 4-5, having won 2 in a row and 4 of their last 5 after starting the season 0-4. They last played this past Friday at home, defeating Hiram Johnson 50-44. The Broncos, on the other hand, have won 2 of their last 3, all 3 having been played in consecutive days last week. With their win over Mesa Verde last Thursday, Bella Vista improves to 4-6 on the year. Hello, everybody. I'm George Thorolson. Welcome to Bella Vista High School as we head into the holiday season. It's a pretty busy week for both schools. For the Broncos, games tonight, Thursday, and Saturday in the midst of the finals, and the first semester of the school year is coming to an end. The Broncos also tonight are going to be without head coach David Gonzalez. The COVID bug has hit, and so his dad and assistant coach Paul Gonzalez, along with Omid Sabogian, will be running the show tonight for the Bella Vista Broncos. And we, of course, wish Coach Gonzalez a speedy recovery and hope to see him back out here real soon, and hope he's watching tonight. So, David, hope you are here and we'll enjoy the game tonight here on YouTube. We talked about the Broncos and how they are battling with the semester exams, as well as having 3 games this week. After tonight, Bella Vista will take on Franklin this Thursday at 4 p.m. at Wood Creek High School as part of the Hoops for the Human Fund event. And the Broncos will round out the week here at home on Saturday, the Saturday before Christmas, against Union Mine. And a reminder that game is going to start at 5 p.m. The Varsity at 5, which means freshmen at 2, JV at 3:30, Varsity at 5 this Saturday. And we will have the game for you, the Varsity game, here on YouTube with the live stream starting at about 4:55. McClatchy is also in school this week, heading into the holiday break this weekend. After tonight, the Lions roll into the Folsom Bulldog Invitational, matching up against the host Bulldogs on Thursday, followed by games Friday and Saturday. For tonight, McClatchy, their world revolves around Kendall Andrews, and he wears number 3 and averages 19 points and nearly 10 rebounds a game. And from what we understand, he gets a lot of his points grabbing those offensive rebounds, which has been an issue for the Bella Vista Broncos this year. He's nearly averaging a double-double, and actually did average a double-double last season, averaging 13 points and 11 rebounds per game. The point guard and second leading scorer for McClatchy is Vinny Seaford, number 15. He's a 5'10 sophomore, averaging nearly 8 points and 3 assists per game. And a couple of other names to watch out for: Eugene Castillo, 6.6 points per game, and Jesus Rodriguez, 3.5 rebounds per game. Talking about the Bella Vista Broncos, they're of course led by the 6'4 senior Damian Rickett, averaging 20 points and 8.5 rebounds per game. And who could forget 1 week ago that 46-point performance, going 7 for 11 from 3-point range in their win right here over Del Campo. Rickett is the second Bronco to score 40 or more this year. Mikey Simonian put up an even 40 in the home opening loss to Vista Del Lago on the day after Thanksgiving. He's the second leading scorer for the Broncos at 17 points per game. And of course, also for the Broncos, if you've been watching us and following the team, Marko Trotzik, the point guard, has had a pretty good week as well, with games of 6, 8, and 11 points. Well, the warm-ups have wrapped up, and the players are headed to their respective benches. For the Broncos, they will go with 6'1 junior Max Prucher, who's been a little bit under the weather, but he's good to go tonight. 6-foot senior Mikey Simonian, 6'3 junior Marko Trotzik we talked about, 6'4 junior Zachary O'Neill, he's also been a bit under the weather as well, and 6'4 senior Damian Rickett. That is what we understand as far as the starting lineups for the Bella Vista Broncos this evening. For McClatchy, they will go with their starting point guard, as we talked about, Vinny Seaford. Vinny Seaford, by the way, he's a 5'10 sophomore. He's joined in the starting lineup by Isaiah Hooks, who is a 6'4" junior. Kendall Andrews, a 6'3" senior, is stepping in to jump center. And we will pick up the other starters as we go. Eugene Castillo, we mentioned, is also a starter, and Kamal Raj, a 5'11" junior. Castillo, by the way, a 5'9" freshman. So it's O'Neill to jump it up against Andrews. We're ready to play basketball here at Bella Vista High School. And the Broncos control the opening tip. First possession with Marka Trotzik. Here's O'Neill at the top of the key. Now Rickett. Rickett on Andrews. Yeah, you know they're going to match up against each other, and they're going to call a travel against Damian Rickett, and the first turnover of the game. Keys to the game, Coach Omid Sabagian and Paul Gonzalez, the assistant coaches who are running the show tonight, both talking about the need to protect the ball and also limit the offensive rebounds. Here's Andrews on O'Neill. His turnaround jumper has it set right back to his face. He gets the rebound. Seaford on the baseline. Heartbreaker for Seaford. And Simonian controls the rebound for Bella Vista. Loud and energetic here. Simonian coast to coast gets the first points of the game. 45 seconds into the contest, Bella Vista takes the early lead. Seaford waited for at midcourt by Mikey Simonian. On a switch, they bring it to Hooks. Back to Seaford again. Seaford looking to drive on the Tolero Trotzik. Back over to Raj. Raj will step into the lane, close off, gets his man in the air. Shot is short. Simonian, another rebound. That's 2 early rebounds for Mikey Simonian. Works off the Rickett screen, inside the lane. Dumps it underneath. The Prucher draws the foul. Looks like that might be Kamal Raj. We'll see for certain. Yes. So that's the first foul on Raj. First team foul for either team tonight, and it goes against McClatchy. Prucher gets 2. 4-0 Bella Vista. Broncos will wait at midcourt. And again, it's going to be Simonian that picks up Castillo, bringing it across midcourt. The 5'9" freshman working his way across. Now Seaford. Hooks lost it and gets it back. Isaiah Hooks with the green shoes. We're always looking for the shoe game. Here's Andrews, drives to the baseline, puts it up over O'Neill, and he draws the foul. So that'll be the first personal on O'Neill, first team foul on Bella Vista. Kendall Andrews will go to the free throw line. Somewhat uncharacteristic there. And he misses both of them. But Raj tracks it down in the corner. Hooks for 3. Isaiah Hooks, who's averaging just under 2 points per game, has already exceeded that with a 3-pointer tonight. Simonian, here's a Trotzik. Trotzik is pounded by Castillo. Trotzik will work off the screen. Now Rickett finds the opening into the lane. There's contact, no call. Damian Rickett scores. 3-point lead for Bella Vista. Here's Andrews, finds an opening, closed off at the last minute. Seaford on the baseline. Shut down by Simonian. Castillo, he'll launch a 3. Halfway down, comes out, fight for the rebound. It's a held ball, and the alternating possession will favor McClatchy. 14 seconds on the shot clock, 5:24 to go in the first quarter. Castillo, he'll find Seaford. Now they're back out to Raj at the top of the key. Raj tries the touch pass, and Castillo, able to see what was happening, gets it back. Seaford double teamed. Hooks will take another three. And Andrews got the offensive rebound, couldn't get the shot to go. Simonian drives all the way in, it's short. O'Neal the rebound, his fadeaway is good. Zachary O'Neal, his first 2 points of the game. 4 players have scored the 8 points for Bella Vista tonight so far. Castillo on a Trotzik. Here's Andrews. Andrews on O'Neal, closed off. Raj drives in. He'll put up a runner from 10. Kamal Raj, his first 2 points of the game, 8-5 Bella Vista. You can see why they start the freshman Castillo at the point guard. Here's Rickett. Raj controls the rebound. Here's Castillo. Seaford. Rickett the rebound. Bella Vista 2-on-2. There's Simonian with the Euro step, and he gets the deuce. Simonian with 4. And Coach Antoine Greer off the bench. He wants a timeout for McClatchy as Bella Vista has opened up a 5-point lead with 3:48 to go in the opening quarter. One of the things that we talked about is how Bella Vista needs to take care of the ball and how they also need to limit the offensive rebounds. Well, Kendall Andrews did get 1 offensive rebound, but his effort to put it back up and in did not go, and so the Broncos have actually done a pretty good job early on against Kendall Andrews. Obviously, it is very early, just under the halfway point here in the first quarter. We've still got 3.5 quarters left to play, so we'll see what happens as we go further. Here come the Lions. Seaford at the top of the key. He'll find Andrews. Andrews double teamed out of the zone, floats the pass all the way across, and they'll keep it on the perimeter. Bella Vista doing a good job closing off the low post. Here's Andrews. Just as I say that, he drives the lane, loses the ball, and the Broncos force another turnover. Substitution, Jesus Rodriguez coming into the game for the Lions, and Kamal Raj will go out. Broncos still have their starters in. Rickett to the baseline, finds the opening, powers up the runner, but he's called for the offensive foul. Last time we were on against Lincoln, Damian Rickett actually wound up fouling out of the game. That is his first personal, second team foul on the Broncos. As we approach the 3-minute mark, only 3 fouls total called in this first quarter so far. Castillo on a Trotzik. Trotzik bats it away, but Castillo keeps control, falling out of bounds. Here's Seaford. Seaford drives in on Rickett, he drives in on O'Neal, and he winds up on the floor. So we'll see who they get this on. They call that on Rickett, that's his second. Seaford to the line. Rickett is staying in right now, but they are probably going to have to bring him to the bench with 2 fouls in the first quarter. Seaford, the 5'10" sophomore, averaging 7.8 points per game, and he gets both free throws. Broncos by 3. Simonian with the attempt at the three-pointer, offensive rebound for O'Neal. Now Prucha for 3. O'Neal another rebound. Or check that, that's Simonian. Back to Frucher, he powers it up. Can't get it to go. 3 opportunities for Bella Vista, and unfortunately none of them go in. Justin Wallace into the game, running the point. Here's Hooks. Now Seaford. High post it goes to Andrews. Andrews on O'Neill. Andrews takes him to the baseline, forces up a shot, and Frucher with the rebound. Jonah Wooden into the game for Bella Vista. Here's Frucher. And as we suspected, Rickett is on the bench. We got an offensive foul called against Marka Trotzik, which is his first, 4th team foul on Bella Vista. 1:50 to go. 1 foul away from automatic 2 shots for the rest of the quarter. Here's Seaford. Seaford splits a double team, runs to the basket, and draws a foul. That's the 2nd foul in just a matter of seconds on Marka Trotzik. So Trotzik has 2, Rickett has 2. Rickett is on the bench right now. Seaford looking to now, with that first free throw, bring Bella Vista within, or bring McClatchy within 1. It's like Jonah Wooden is a bit hobbled here. So he's going to come out of the game. Looks like we got a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Looks like Bella Vista has called it. 1:42 to go in the game. It's a 1-point lead for the Broncos. So we saw Wooden was kind of hobbling around a little bit, and the Broncos are making some additional substitutions as a Trotzik is going to have to come out of the game. Bella Vista has led from the outset. And they will take possession after the 2 made free throws by Vinny Seaford. So Riley Dick is into the game for Bella Vista. And Bryce Lovins is seeing his first action in a little bit. Simonian top of the key. Tight 3-2 zone, or 2-3 zone from McClatchy. Foul is called against the Lions. This goes against Jesus Rodriguez. That'll be his first. 2nd team foul on McClatchy. Riley Dick to inbounds. Frucher. Simonian off the screen from O'Neill, caught in the air. Now Simonian has it back. O'Neill inside to Riley Dick, closed off on the baseline, loose ball, out of bounds. It should remain with Bella Vista. It does. I tell you what, if Andrews is able to control that ball after deflecting it, he's off to the races. Simonian. Double team, triple teamed out of the zone defense. Here's Dick, drives in, he's double teamed. He'll put up a shot and drops it in. 1.5 per game for Riley Dick, so he's already exceeded his average. First 2 points of the game, Bella Vista by 3. Here's a long 3-point shot by Vinny Seaford. Seaford, by the way, is up to 7 points. It's a 12-12 tie. And the Broncos turn it over on a bad pass out of bounds with just under 30 seconds to go. Seaford picked up by Riley Dick. Reach in foul, deflecting the ball. That is going to be 2 free throws. First personal on Riley Dick. Seifert gets 1 of 2. He's got 8 on the night. First lead of the game for McClatchy. Broncos can play out the quarter. 8 seconds to go. Screen from Prucher. They're counting it down. Simonian into the lane, draws the foul with 7/10 of a second to go. Foul is on Kendall Andrews. That is his first. And McClatchy will finish with 3 team fouls in the first quarter. Mikey Simonian with a couple of shots. And the clock will expire after Simonian hits 1 of 2. And we have come to the end of the third quarter, or first quarter of play, and we're no closer than we were from the beginning. 13-13 tie after 1 here at Bella Vista High School. Taking a look at some of the early numbers, Mikey Simonian leading the way for Bella Vista with 5 points, and then it's 2 each for Zachary O'Neill, Damian Rickett, Max Prucher, and Riley Dick. Leading the way for McClatchy tonight is Vinny Seifert. He has 8 points, 3 for Isaiah Hooks. Kamal Raj has 2, and that is their 13 points. Kendall Andrews, their leading scorer, averaging 19 points per game. No points in that first quarter, so Bella Vista doing a pretty good job defensively. Kendall Andrews, by the way, 4 games of 20-plus points. His career high of 27 he hit twice this year, against Edison on December 1st and against Johnson 1 week later on the 8th, last Friday. Andrews also averages nearly 10 rebounds per game. And again, one of the things that the Bella Vista coaches were telling me before the game is that you gotta make sure that he doesn't get his offensive rebounds. He gets a lot of his points off those offensive rebounds. So far, they've done a pretty good job against him. Broncos with possession to start the second quarter. Marcus Murch now into the game. Here's Lovins. Lovins finds an opening down the lane. His runner is off the glass and in. Bryce Lovins averaging 2 points per game, his first 2 of the night. 20 seconds into the second quarter. A foul away from or on the floor, I should say. Andrews was on the baseline. They're just trying to determine the foul. That's going to be on Marcus Murch, so that's his first team foul in the second quarter for Bella Vista. Here's Andrews, spins around on Murch. That one's off, and Lovins controls the rebound. Good defense by Marcus Murch. Here's Lovins. Rickett is back into the game. Rickett dishes it off. And are they going to get Rickett for his third? Yep. Offensive foul on Damian Rickett. And he looks frustrated. Atrocic's going to come back into the game. Tell you what, that's one way to control a player who you expect to score a lot of points. Get him in foul trouble. Here's Wallace. Rodriguez. Now it's Andrews again on Murch. Murch trying to close off the baseline. Forces him out of bounds, forces a turnover. Here's Prucher back the other way. A collision and another offensive foul. Bella Vista Coach O is not happy with that. Omid Sabagi and Paul Gonzalez in charge of the team tonight in the absence of head coach David Gonzalez. Another steal by Bella Vista. That one forced by Mikey Simonian. Simonian, another collision. Are they going to call the blocking foul this time? They do. That's going to be the second on Jesus Rodriguez. Consecutive possessions prior to this trip down court for Bella Vista, ending in offensive fouls. Simonian gets the first. And the second. So 2 for Simonian. 4-point lead for Bella Vista. Wallace. Jordan Nguyen into the game. Now a 3-point shot on the way, off the glass and in for Jake Williams. The bank is open for Jake Williams at 8:02 in the evening. And it's back to a 1-point Bronco lead. Simonian steps back. Jumper is off. Andrews the rebound. Kendall Andrews looking to get going. Long 3-point shot from Wallace. Krucher the rebound. O'Neal getting ready to come back in for the Broncos. Here's Murch. And his pass is knocked away. Another turnover for the Broncos. Here's Nguyen to the baseline. Putback attempt is no good from Williams, and the Broncos control the rebound. Simonian closed off, now Levens. Atrocic. Marcus Murch, he'll launch a 3. That would have brought the house down. Nguyen had an open path to the basket, can't get the layup to go. Murch controls the rebound. Simonian drives in. Krucher the rebound, gets the deuce. 4 points for Krucher, back to a 3-point Bronco lead. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Andrews works off a screen from Nguyen, finds the opening all the way to the baseline. Cannot get the shot to go. There is a lid on the basket tonight for Kendall Andrews. Atrocic underneath to Murch, he gets the deuce. First points of the game for Marcus Murch. Nice assist for Mark Atrocic. Timeout McClatchy. 4:37 to go in the first half. It's a 5-point Bronco lead. With the foul trouble tonight, not only with Damian Rickett, but also Zachary O'Neal, there's some folks that are getting some additional playing time in this contest tonight. We mentioned Bryce Levens got his first 2 points of the game just as the second quarter started. Murch is seeing some extended playing time. Actually, he's earned a lot of extra minutes over the last few games, and he's done well, forcing some turnovers tonight, a key rebound, and of course finishing on that last possession on a beautiful pass from Mark Atrocic. And Atrocic, who had a nice game, nice last 3 games, I should say, for the Broncos. 6, 8, and 11 points. 11 points against Mesa Verde last Thursday. He's been held scoreless as well tonight, but that assist, those assists are just as good because you don't get the assist unless the guy on the other end of your pass scores. So if you're getting assists, you are definitely contributing to your team scoring as well. 4:37 to go, and it's 21-16, a 5-point lead for the Broncos. They've got a couple of players putting up kind of a token press in backcourt. Castillo across midcourt. Here's Raj. Raj finds Nguyen to the baseline. Nguyen dishes it off. There's a shot that's blocked. Blocked by Simonian. Simonian drives all the way in, coast to coast. He blocks the shot. He scores the points. Mikey Simonian up to 9 on the night. Rodriguez will find Wallace. Now Raj drives in. He'll put up a shot. The McClatchy Lions can't buy a basket in this second quarter. Simonian closed off. Now he'll launch one from 16. That's off. Lions control the rebound. Here's Rodriguez. He'll find Castillo, the freshman point guard. Andrews getting a breather right now for McClatchy. 3-pointer for Raj, and it's controlled by O'Neal. So it's O'Neill and a Trotzik, Simonian, Marcus Murch, and Max Prucher on the floor right now for Bella Vista. So 4 of the 5 starters are in the game right now for the Broncos. High post turnaround jumper, Max Prucher off the front lip. Murch the rebound, takes it to the rack. Heartbreak on the shot. And here come the Lions. Finds a cutting Wallace driving to the basket. That one doesn't go. Broncos back in control. Broncos doing very well on the defensive rebounds tonight. Trotzik finds the opening. He'll take it to the baseline and puts it up and in. First points of the game for Marka Trotzik. 25-16. Broncos by 9. Castillo finds the opening. He draws the foul, going up against Mikey Simonian. And Simonian, his first foul of the night. Castillo to inbound. That's the 4th team foul on Bella Vista. So it's free throws the rest of the way, except for offensive fouls committed by Bella Vista. Raj. Andrews is back in. Andrews has his pocket picked. Nice defense. Bella Vista forcing a lot of turnovers tonight. Simonian, collision, gets it back. Closed off, dumps it back out. O'Neill's open. Smart play by Nguyen to let that one just go out of bounds. He wanted to get that rebound, but he knew that it wasn't certain that he was going to control it, so he just let it go, and his team gets possession. Eddie Pimpton into the game, averaging about a point per game for McClatchy, seeing his first action tonight. Castillo. Now here's Andrews, the senior, leading scorer. Andrews finds the opening, and he gets his first 2 points of the game. Comes with 1:48 to go in the second quarter. Trotzik off the screen from Murch. He'll launch a 3. That one's off, tipped. Murch is open, gets the ball and puts it up and in. Marcus Murch with 4. Near backcourt violation. Castillo, he's open, baseline left. Murch with a rebound, collision with Castillo. Castillo, his first personal of the game, 2nd team foul on the McClatchy Lions. Here's Simonian. He's picked up by Andrews. Simonian looking for trying to beat the double team. Riley Dick back into the game. He'll find O'Neill. O'Neill will look to drive. Here's Simonian. 14 seconds on the shot clock, plenty of time. Simonian, very aggressive. McClatchy on this defense. Now Simonian will launch the 3. Raj controls the rebound for McClatchy, and then his pass trying to find an open Pimpton underneath the basket, but Bella Vista can collapse at the last minute. The ball doesn't get there, and Bella Vista gets control of the ball. So another McClatchy turnover. O'Neill, he'll find Prucher. Prucher to the baseline, double teamed. That's an offensive foul on Max Prucher, his 2nd. 9-point Bronco lead, 28 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Castillo. He'll work off the screen. Seifert open for a 3-point shot. Seifert, 11 points on the night. 10 seconds to go. Broncos can play for the last shot. 6-point lead. Off the screen. Simonian from the free throw line, off the glass, doesn't go. Seifert the rebound from midcourt. Oh! He drew iron, but he didn't draw net. We have come to the end of the first half of play. Our score is Bella Vista 27 and the McClatchy Lions 21. We will take a short break, and when we come back, we'll run down the full look at statistics and get you ready for the second half here on Bella Vista Hoops on YouTube. So our halftime score is 27-21. Bella Vista in front, 6-point lead. The Broncos are led by Mikey Simonian's 9 points, and then 4 each for Marcus Murch, Mikey Simonian, and Max Prucher. 2 for Riley Dick, Marka Trotzik, Damian Rickett, Zachary O'Neill, and Bryce Lovins. Lots of players getting in the score sheet tonight. Vinny Seaford leading the way for McClatchy with 11. A couple of big three-pointers. Isaiah Hooks also has a three-pointer for his only 3 points of the game, and Jake Williams as well. He of the one that banked it off the backboard and in. So it's Seaford with 11, Hooks and Williams with 3, 2 each for Kamal Raj, and their leading scorer, Kendall Andrews, has been held to just one basket. One basket on, I think it's 1 for 5 shooting. I'm just going to double check that here. Yes, it's 1 for 5 shooting for Kendall Andrews tonight so far, but we still have 16 minutes of basketball today. He's not their leading scorer for nothing. So it would not surprise me at all to see him have a breakout second half. Vinny Seaford, by the way, 5 of 6 shooting in that first half for the McClatchy Lions. Mikey Simonian, we talked about Simonian, who is leading the way for Bella Vista with his 9 points. He put up a lot of shots, 3 of 11 shooting and 3 free throws to account for his scoring tonight. Looking at some of the team numbers here in the game, Bella Vista 5 of 6 from the free throw line tonight, 83% and 40% from the floor. So those are not bad numbers for the Broncos tonight. And 62% from the free throw line, 5 of 8 shooting for McClatchy, just 28% from the floor, 7 of 25. They have had a rough go of it here in the first half here tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at the upcoming schedules, and we'll take a look at the schedules for both teams, as we know that we could have folks from McClatchy joining us on the broadcast tonight. And if you are joining us and are a fan of the McClatchy Lions, welcome and thank you for joining us. And of course for our Bella Vista family as well, or if you just happen to find us scrolling through YouTube, we welcome you aboard as well for our broadcast tonight. George Tharlson with you, and our producer is John Warner, camera operator is Julie Tharlson, and our statistician is Scarlett Thompson. For the Broncos, they will be playing Franklin on Thursday night. That's a 4 o'clock game over at Wood Creek High School. That is the Hoops for the Human Fund event, a charitable event that is going on this Thursday. And then the Broncos will be back here at home against Union Mine on the last game before Christmas, and then they will be off until Thursday of next week for a game against Patterson. That is in the Roseville tournament that will be taking place on the 27th, 28th, and 29th. That is the next weekend, the weekend that is heading into New Year's Day. Let's take a look at what McClatchy has coming up here for their games. Of course, after taking on Bella Vista tonight, the Lions will be at Folsom for the Folsom Bulldog Invitational, and they draw the host team on Thursday night for the opener. And that will be Folsom, as we mentioned, at 7:30 p.m. On the 21st. Then on the 22nd, they will play again in the second round, and then the third round, the tournament wraps up on the on Saturday the 27th, and then they are and then they're going as we mentioned. Actually, I was talking about the Folsom Bulldog Invitational. That is the that is McClatchy that is playing in that event, I believe. Let me make sure that I don't have things messed up. But anyway, we are underway here in the second half. And the Broncos begin with possession, and their first opportunity is unsuccessful. So here's McClatchy back the other way. And it is a Possession now going back towards Bella Vista. So we are underway. Both teams have had a possession. Nobody's scored yet here in the second quarter. I'm going to get a foul called on McClatchy. It looks like Andrews may get this one. Yep. Second on Kendall Andrews. Rickett, here's a Trotzik, open for three. Hooks controls the rebound. Here comes McClatchy. Going to be a foul outside on Trotzik. I'm sorry, is that, or is, actually I don't see them calling. Ozan and Simonian, okay. Castillo works off the screen from Andrews all the way to the baseline. He gets the roll and the foul. First points of the game for Gene Castillo. Sorry, I just wanted to clarify the schedule for McClatchy because I totally messed that up. So we'll get that taken care of here. Here's Castillo's free throw. So he gets the traditional three-point opportunity. McClatchy cuts the lead to three. And the Broncos, third possession of the quarter, looking for their first point. Kruger, he finds an opening. His little finger roll layup goes up and in. Max Kruger is up to 6 points. 29-24. Got the whistle, and the referee is having a few words with Coach O of Bella Vista, and now we're back underway. Nice steal by the Broncos. Here's a Trotzik. Trotzik having a little trouble with the dribble, closed off and loses possession. Andrews back the other way. He's looking to go all the way in. Circus shot goes up and in. Kendall Andrews now with 4. 3-point lead for Bella Vista. Trotzik back the other way. And another offensive foul called on Damian Rickett. And every time lately, last couple of times that he's been called for that foul, you see the frustration. And I don't know if he's talking to himself or if he's questioning whether it was an actual foul. But he's very frustrated. So back to the bench goes Damian Rickett with his 4th foul. So a foul is called on Trotzik. That's 3 on Trotzik. Trotzik has 3, Rickett has 4. Kruger, Simonian, they both have 2. Here's Hooks in the corner. And it looks like he may have stepped on the sideline. So ball back to Bella Vista. Broncos with just the 2 points here in the quarter. They've been outscored 5-2 as the Lions have cut the lead back down to 3. There's Simonian on Andrews. Lovins is into the game again. Here's O'Neal. Back over to Dick. Riley Dick will find Kruger. Kruger from the free throw line. Kruger with all 4 Bella Vista points, and it looks like a timeout is going to be called by the Broncos. So it is going to be a full timeout. So let's go ahead because I completely messed that up during halftime. My apologies to the McClatchy folks. The Lions will be at the Folsom Bulldog Invitational this weekend, drawing the host Folsom on Thursday, and then they will play Friday and Saturday as well. And then on the 27th, they will play El Capitan to start their what appears to be a tournament next weekend as well, 27th, 28th, and 29th. And that looks like that is going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, as they will take on El Capitan, and then they will have games on the 28th and the 29th. And then after their game on the 29th, after their tournament and Bella Vista participating in the Roseville tournament, both teams will be off until after New Year's, where they begin league play. Bella Vista on the 3rd against Roseville, and the McClatchy Lions on the 5th. They will be taking Monterey Trail. So playback to resume, with McClatchy in possession, down by 5, after Max Prucher just hit that deuce. Bella Vista with a bit of a extra defense. Here's Castillo driving the baseline. He's short. And Riley Dick with the rebound. Finished the football season as the starting quarterback for Bella Vista after Aaron Mora went down. Started, I believe it was the last 3 games of the season, and he projects to be the starter next year. Here's Prucher. Prucher will launch a 3. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the rebound. This will favor Bella Vista, and that will go against Rodriguez. 3 on Rodriguez. Riley Dick to inbound, 5:03 to go. Bella Vista looking to build on that 5-point lead, and they do. Max Prucher, his sixth point of the quarter. He's got 10 overall. 7-point lead for Bella Vista, under 5 minutes to go in the 3rd. Here's Castillo, he was open. Decides not to take the shot. Has Andrews posting up on O'Neal. Now they get it to him at the high post. Andrews finds the opening. Now he dishes it off. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Seaford, another 3-pointer. 14 points on the night. Vinny Seaford is keeping this team in the game. 4-point game. Here's Prucher. He'll launch a 2 with his feet on the line. Andrews controls. Here's Seaford, the man of the 3-point shot. Here's Castillo. He'll launch one. Launched that one from Folsom. And he missed. Prucher double teamed, and he is fouled. That's on Seaford. First foul on Seaford. 3rd team foul on McClatchy. Rodriguez is going to come out, and Pimpton will come back in. Simonian goes up against Pimpton, and another foul called. Simonian on Andrews. Andrews right up in his face. Got to watch that 5-second closely guarded call. Here's Lovins. He finds Prucher. Prucher called for the travel. McClatchy, by the way, 14 fouls now. They hadn't switched the scoreboard when I looked at the last point. So both teams at 14 fouls. It'll be free throws the rest of the way, with the exception of offensive fouls for the last 3.5 minutes of the 3rd quarter. 2-3 zone from Bella Vista. Seaford launches another 3. That's an air ball. Here's Pimpton to the baseline. He finds Castillo. Castillo will launch one up from 12. And a foul is going to be called. That one's going to go against Pimpton on the rebound. And this is going to be free throws. First on Pimpton, and the 5th team foul. So it's Bryce Lovins will go to the free throw line for Bella Vista. That's just his 3rd free throw attempt of the season. He is now 1 for 3. They're going to go ahead and give that to Bella Vista. More substitutions coming in for both teams. We'll pick them up. Trotzik is back in for the Broncos. Now we've got a whistle. I don't think everybody was ready yet. Murch might be getting ready to come back in as well. Here's Lovins open just inside the free throw line. That dances off, and Seaford will control. Still a 4-point lead. It's been at 4 points for a while. Pimpton. Hooks is open from 19. Here's Simonian. Simonian 1-on-4. Now he finds an opening. He'll pull up. Mikey Simonian. He hits double digits. He has 11, 35-29. 2:40 to go. We've got a whistle. Basket's going to count. Looks like that is on Trotzik. And Andrews will go to the free throw line. That's 4 on Trotzik. Just came back into the game, and it looks like he's going to stay out there for now. Andrews, by the way, was 0 for 2 in the first half, but he gets the free throw there. So it's a basket and 1 for Kendall Andrews. He's up to 7 points. Trotzik. Simonian collides with Andrews, double team, looking for help. Brings back out to Trotzik. He'll drive in, has the ball deflected away, and a foul is going to be called. And that's going to go against Pimpton. That's his second. 2:15 to go in the third quarter. It's a 3-point game. Teams appear to be evenly matched here tonight. Trotzik, a 71% free throw shooter coming into this game. And he gets 1 of 2, 36-32. Here's Pimpton. Andrews tries to drive in on O'Neill. Step around, and they're going to say that he hooked him. And that's an offensive foul on Andrews. That's his third. So Rickett is seeing some extended playing time on the bench. He's probably not coming back until the fourth quarter. Andrews in foul trouble. So both leading scorers, rather quiet night. Simonian thought about the three, steps inside for a 17-footer. O'Neill the rebound. His shot is blocked by Hooks. Here's Seaford. Seaford finds Andrews on Murch. Loose ball on the ground, still loose. Andrews falls to the ground. Now here's Pimpton. Pimpton will kick it back out to Wallace. Here's Seaford. Not let him shoot a three. Here's Wallace is shooting a three. Andrews the rebound, and they keep playing because the ball hit the rim. No shot clock violation. And we're going to get a foul here. Looks like this one is on O'Neill. O'Neill has his second. And Andrews is 1 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. One for 5. Uncharacteristic night for Kendall Andrews. Four-point lead for Bella Vista, under a minute to go in the third. Simonian launches the three. Mikey Simonian, that's his first trifecta tonight. Back to a 7-point lead for the Broncos. Hooks loses the ball, gets it back. Wide open is Wallace. And now Seaford, he'll launch a three. Boy, every time he puts one up, you think it's gonna go in. Simonian back the other way. Here's a Trotzik in the corner. Krucher, he'll launch a three. Long rebound, Simonian. Here's Lovins. Lovins inside to the low block Prucher. Murch now to Simonian once again. He'll launch a three. That one is off. Pimpton the rebound. McClatchy can now play for one. They're counting it down for him. Here's Andrews. He'll find Wallace. Wallace will launch a three. Has a chance. Prucher the rebound. Controls for Bella Vista. Third quarter has come to an end. The Broncos have a 7-point lead, 39-32. Two players in double-figure scoring for the Broncos tonight. And that is Mikey Simonian with 14. Just hit that three-point shot a few moments ago. And Max Prucher has 10 points tonight for the Broncos. 4 for Marcus Murch, 3 for Otrocek, and then 2 each for Rickett, O'Neill, Lovins, and Riley Dick. For the McClatchy Lions, Seaford continues to lead the way. He's got 14 points. Kendall Andrews is up to 7 now, but he's 1 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. And then it drops down to 3 points each for Castillo, Hooks, and Williams. 2 points for Kamal Raj. And that rounds out the scoring here through 3 quarters at Bella Vista High School. A reminder that the Broncos go to Wood Creek High School on Thursday for a neutral site game in the Hoops for the Human Fund event, which is going on over at Wood Creek High School. They have a 4 o'clock game against Franklin on Thursday. And we'll be back with you this Saturday night as we head into the Christmas holiday weekend. The Broncos will be taking on Union Mine at 5 o'clock. The varsity game is at 5 o'clock on Saturday night. So we'll join you for that probably just a little bit before. And of course that means that the JV game will start at 3:30 and the freshman game will start at 2 o'clock on Saturday here at Bella Vista High School. Final quarter underway. McClatchy opens with possession. Here's Wallace. Wallace double teamed momentarily out of the zone. Nice touch pass. Quick passing game right now. 3-point shot is on the way. That is short. Rebound deflected by Otrocek, controlled by Murch, and now it's back to Otrocek. Otrocek off the screen from Lovins. Bounce pass to the baseline. Driving in is Simonian, and he winds up on the ground. That is on Rodriguez, his 4th personal foul. And a basket and 1 opportunity for Mikey Simonian, who is up to 16 points on the night. And the basket and the free throw from Mikey Simonian. 10-point Bella Vista lead. That's their biggest lead of the night. 7:20 to go. Andrews. Another 3-point attempt. This one from Rodriguez. He drills it. First points of the game from Jesus Rodriguez, a 6-foot junior. Simonian to the baseline. He'll put one up from 13. He's got it. Simonian really starting to heat up now. 19 points for Mikey Simonian. Castillo back to Seaford, way out in front. 2-man game. Now they'll go across court to Wallace. Rodriguez in the corner, and he traveled with the ball. Something didn't look right the way he shuffled his feet. By the way, I hadn't noticed it until now, but Jesus Rodriguez, a pretty cool shoe game going on here. Multiple colors. I see some purple and a little bit of pink and some neon yellow. I was looking at the shoe game. Lovins inside the free throw line. Here's Prucher. Prucher drives in, and they say he threw the elbow, the arm bar. And maybe a little Academy Award-winning performance on the part of McClatchy as well. 3 on Prucher. 9-point game. 44-35 is our score, 6:19 to go. Murch is out. Damian Rickett is back in the game. It's been a frustrating night for him. Castillo closed off. Castillo winds up on the ground, and the ball underneath Kamal Raj finds the loose ball and puts it up and in. 7-point game, under 6 minutes to go in the game. Lovins. Here's Rickett. Richards open in the corner. That one's too hard. Here's Raj back the other way. Castillo, he's looking for Andrews. Bella Vista doing a pretty good job on the zone defense of closing him off. Now here is Andrews, drives in, he'll put up the runner and puts it up and in. Andrews is up to 9 points on the game. And it looks like a McClatchy timeout, or is it a Bella Vista? It might be a Bella Vista timeout. Okay, it's red coach is what they say, so that is McClatchy. So 5:18 to go, Bella Vista. The lead is back down to 5. It was 10 just a few short moments ago, and that's been, I believe, the biggest lead of the game for the Broncos tonight. We talked about before the game needing to control the offensive rebounds or prevent the offensive rebounds by McClatchy, and that Kendall Andrews is really part of his game is the offensive rebounds and the putbacks. Andrews has 9 points tonight. He averages 19. The Broncos have done a pretty good job on him. He has gone to the free throw line, taken 5 free throws, and only made 1 of them. So in a game where we are featuring a 20-point per game scorer in Damian Rickett and a 19-point per game scorer in Kendall Andrews, both having kind of a quiet night for different reasons. Andrews just isn't getting the ball very much, and they've done a pretty good job defensively on him when he does. And Damian Rickett has spent most of the game on the bench due to foul trouble. And I get the feeling, based on his body language, that on at least 3 of those fouls, he would beg to differ. Here's a Trotzig. Trotzig drives in. He's fouled on the floor before he takes it to the basket. This is going to be on Kamal Raj. I've got him for 2. Yeah, Kamal Raj with 2 fouls. Second team foul. McClatchy with 2 timeouts left. Bella Vista with 3. Here's Rickett. Rickett closed off. He'll muscle up a shot and draws a trip to the free throw line. That's going to be on Andrews. So that's 4 on Andrews. So both Andrews and Rickett with 4 fouls. Damian Rickett will look to add to his scoring total from the free throw line. He's an 87% free throw shooter for Bella Vista this year. That's only his 3rd point for the game. And 2 big free throws there for Rickett. 7-point game. Here come the Lions. Bella Vista with that 2-3 zone once again. There's Wallace on the baseline, dumps it underneath. Kamal Raj can't get the shot to go. Murch with the rebound. He winds up on the floor, and it looks like Raj will get called for the foul. That's 3 on Raj. And so Bella Vista looking to add to this lead here of 7 points. Castillo, the freshman guard, pounding at Trotzig. And he forces the turnover on the 5-second closely guarded call. That's a tricky call, and if you usually just follow the NBA, they don't have that rule in the NBA. But they do have it in college. That is, you can't be doing the same thing for more than 5 seconds when somebody's right up in your face. Three-pointer on the way for Castillo, and Pritchard controls the rebound. Here's a Trotzik to the baseline over Castillo, and Trotzik now with 5 points on the night. 9-point Bronco lead. 3:50 to go. Raj will launch a three. And Pritchard another rebound. Pritchard could be close to 10 rebounds tonight. Trotzik's open. Simonian gets the rebound, and his three, no. Mertz with the rebound, that's off. It's like Bella Vista's getting all the offensive rebounds tonight. Here's Andrews, closed off on Mertz, kind of backs into him, and they're gonna call the offensive foul on Kendall Andrews, and he is done. So the McClatchy Lions are going to call a timeout here. That will leave them with 1. And I have Kendall Andrews now for 5 fouls. So that should be it for him tonight. Does not bode well, even though he's had quite kind of a quiet night for the Lions. It's not working in his favor tonight. Lead is 9 for Bella Vista. Near turnover. Trotzik, he'll find Simonian. Here's Rickett, he'll launch a three. Looks good, but it's not. Pritchard the rebound, banks it up and in. Max Pritchard, 12 points. Again, we're not charting rebound statistics, but he may have a double-double tonight. He should stop it in and out on the way home. Rickett the rebound. Here's Simonian with the runner and the one-hander. Simonian, the putback doesn't go. Simonian still fighting for the rebound, but knocks it out of bounds. So the lead now 11 for Bella Vista. 2.5 to go in the game. Jacob Cruz seeing his first action tonight. The little guy launches a three and drills it. Jacob Cruz, a 5'4" junior. And he gets on the scoreboard. So with the timeout, 2:21 to go, we may have credited one of the fouls to Andrews that actually should have gone to someone else because he's still out on the floor. Or at least was. We will see who goes out on the floor here after this timeout. 50-42 after that three-point shot by Jacob Cruz. That's his first points of the season. Wide open, the 5'4" junior with a three-point shot. And that cut the lead down to 8 points as we come out of the timeout. 2:21 to go. Let's see who's out there. So yeah, Andrews is still out. So I'm guessing he must be at 4 fouls. Damian Rickett will inbound. Deanna Trotzik picking up the pressure. Trotzik is closed off on a double team to the baseline. He finds Pritchard. Pritchard can't control. The ball goes back over to McClatchy. 8-point game, just over 2 minutes to go. Castillo. Picked up by Rickett. Rickett also has to be careful on what he does because he has 4 fouls as well. Seifert, Cruz. Cruz loses the ball, out of bounds. It will be Bella Vista possession. So McClatchy, 1 timeout left. Bella Vista has 2. McClatchy at 4 team fouls. Bella Vista with 1. Murch. And a turnover to McClatchy once again. Looking to cut the lead. There's Castillo, has the ball deflected away. Andrews finds the loose ball underneath and he puts it up and in. 11 points for Kendall Andrews. 6-point lead and a steal at midcourt by the McClatchy Lions. Here's Andrews once again on Rickett. Bring it back out, Rodriguez for 3 and he's got it. Rodriguez, 6 points, all on 3-pointers here in the 4th quarter, and just like that, the McClatchy Lions are within 3 with 1:11 to go. We thought just a couple of short minutes ago with Bella Vista leading by 11 that they were ready to put the final touches on this one. But unfortunately for the Broncos, a little carelessness and some clutch rebounding and positioning by McClatchy, and all of a sudden they've cut the lead back to 3. So the Broncos using a timeout there. Both teams now down to 1 timeout. And McClatchy can send the Broncos to the free throw line as well. It would be 2 shots. But it's strategy. Simonian almost lost it. He gets it back. Prucher's open on the baseline, and he puts it up and in. Prucher with 14. Back to a 5-point game. Under a minute to go. Castillo on Rickett. Rodriguez hit the 2 big threes in this quarter. Andrews to the baseline. His runner is good. And just like that, Kendall Andrews is getting close to his average. Very quiet through most of this game. Simonian, free throw line. Prucher again on the baseline. Banks another one up and in. Prucher now with 16. 5-point lead once again. Here's Andrews. Andrews drives in on O'Neal, and he gets the friendly roll. O'Neal winds up on the ground, and we're going to get a timeout called by McClatchy with 23 seconds to go, 54 to 51. So we were talking about how Kendall Andrews was 7 points through 3 quarters, which is an average of less than, an average of just over 2 points per quarter. So he was on a pace for a 9 or 10 point game. He's got 8 points in this quarter alone and is up to 15 total. So he's very close to his average. Broncos in possession with 23 seconds to go. It's a 3-point game. So you know that McClatchy's going to try and force the turnover first. And then failing that, they will probably foul and send the Broncos to the line for 2 shots. This is where, again, the team fouls per quarter sends you to the line. It puts you in the bonus and sends you to the line for 2 shots automatically. So you don't have that issue of making where you could miss the first and a team could really benefit by fouling. But with 23 seconds to go, there's not much else the Lions can do. They could try and force a 10-second violation, but Atrosic is across midcourt. No, they did. They forced it. The clock started just over 23 seconds. It's now at 13.1. So they couldn't get the ball across midcourt in time, and just like that, McClatchy has a chance to tie. Here's Castillo, 10 seconds. Castillo, 8 seconds. Seifert fades away with players in his face. Loose ball. Bella Vista controls. Simonian has it. Time expires. Bella Vista wins. So they blocked the shot, and I think people didn't know where the ball was. And finally, Simonian got his hands on it. McClatchy nearly themselves got their hands on it and would have had a chance at another shot had they been successful with that, but Simonian was able to bring the ball into front court and dribble out the clock. And the Broncos, with a spirited, close, hard-fought win tonight over the Lions of McClatchy. So the Broncos, they improved to 5-6 on the year, and the McClatchy Lions, they fall to 4-6 on the year. McClatchy will, as we mentioned, will be heading into the Folsom Bulldog Invitational this weekend, and the Broncos will be taking on Franklin at the Hoops for the Human Fund event at Wood Creek High School before being back here against Union Mine on Saturday night. So quite a ball game here today. Bella Vista, they had that 11-point lead, and then they saw it quickly evaporate, but they are able to hold on and get this victory. So the Broncos at now 5-6 on the year. They were led tonight by Mikey Simonian, 19 points, and another 16 by Maxwell Prucher. And again, we don't have the exact rebound count tonight, but it would not surprise me to see him with at least 10 rebounds for this contest tonight. So Maxwell Prucher, possibly a double-double this evening. Then the point totals drop down to 5 for Marka Trotzik, 4 each for Marcus Murch and Damian Rickett, and then 2 for Bryce Levens, for Zachary O'Neill, and for Riley Dick. For the McClatchy Lions, Kendall Andrews ends up leading the team in scoring, 4 points shy of his 19-point per game average, finishes with 15 tonight. Vinny Seaford at 14, and it was Seaford that put up that 3-point attempt at the top of the key with time expiring. He was the one they wanted to take that shot. He's been hitting him all night, but the Broncos collapse on him with a double team, and they're able to block the shot. And then Simonian got his hands on the ball, and they were able to dribble out the clock and win the game. So 14 points for Vinny Seaford. Then it's 6 for Jesus Rodriguez, 2 critical 3-point shots in the fourth quarter. Raj with 5, then 3 each for Williams, for Hooks, Cruz, and Castillo. So quite a game here tonight. And taking a look at some of the second half numbers. So the Broncos McClatchy 33% from the free throw line, just 1 of 3 shooting. That's one of the issues tonight. You figure that they probably would spend a lot more time going to the free throw line with a guy like Kendall Andrews, especially if he drives to the lane and gets a lot of points off of offensive rebounds, but they did not spend a lot of time at the free throw line, just 3 trips in the second half, and their second half shooting was a lot better than the first half. They were in the 20% range in the first half. They were 10 of 24 in the second half. The Broncos 4 of 8 from the free throw line in the second half, and then 12 of 27, 44% shooting in the second half, and that's along with the 40% from the first half. So about 40% shooting for the Broncos tonight, and maybe about close to 30% for McClatchy. So fun game tonight for both teams, and they're both not done. Still a couple of more days of finals for both the students of both schools, and they both will be playing their next games on Thursday night. McClatchy and the Folsom Bulldog Invitational Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And for the Broncos, they'll be taking on Franklin at the Hoops for the Human Fund event at Wood Creek High School on Thursday. That game starts at 4 p.m. if you're heading over to Wood Creek High School to take that one in. And then here on Saturday night, the Broncos will be taking on Union Mine at 5 o'clock, the varsity game at 5 o'clock. So we will next be with you on Saturday night. We'll take to the internet at about 4:55 or so, and then get the game underway at 5 p.m. as we head towards the Christmas holiday this weekend. So a little Christmas time hoops for you as we join you again on Saturday night. Thank you for joining in with us. Certainly for all of you who tuned in, especially some of you that know who you are that would normally have been here tonight, that may have been tuned in tonight. So we wish Coach G a speedy recovery. Our camera operator is Julie Tharlson, our statistician is Scarlett Thompson, and our producer tonight is John Warner. I'm George Tharlson. Have a great night, everyone. Bella Vista wins it by 54 to 51 over McClatchy. Good night, everyone.